what do people get wrong about money, or how might someone help their own money mindset or think about spirituality and money? I know I'm asking a few questions, but
Of course, I think we've all heard that, money is energy and that it amplifies what's already inside of us. I've seen really wealthy people just create a shit show out of their lives, but that was already inside of them, and now they just had more resources to do more damage, and vice versa. So I think that it will amplify our intentions and our feelings, our insecurities, our securities, and so it really just pulls out of us who we really are. So if you don't give money to charity when you're poor, you probably won't when you're rich either, you know. And it's also an incredible tool for creativity. It's an amazing opportunity to be creative. And I have maybe like 20 or so people that work for me now, and I love nothing more than getting to pay them and getting them to build things and help me create content and edit audio and video and make images and build courses and just do all the things, put a down payment on a retreat center, right? It opens up a lot of space to do a lot and to reach people, right? You could use
yeah.
money just to also to reach people. So I think money is a neutral uh, entity, phenomenon, whatever you want to call it, and we color it with our own perceptions and our own energies, but it's neutral, right? If there were no human beings on earth and there was a pile of money, it wouldn't be good or bad. It's just how we use it. It makes it good or bad. And so if someone's going around the world saying money is evil and everyone who wants it is evil, well, that's somebody who's got a chip on their shoulder, probably about having money and not having money, right? So maybe there's envy there, jealousy, or invalidation, insecurity. So I think what's important is to look at your relationship with money honestly and clearly. And a lot of people spend all day and night worrying about money because for the vast majority of human history, we lived in caves, right? And then we started farming, but every single day for hundreds of thousands of years, we worried about survival and our lifespans were really short. So deeply built inside of us, wired into our biology, is this fear and lack of and not having enough of survival. I need, like a squirrel, I need to get all the nuts and bury them away for winter. And so now in the modern world, we do the same thing, but we do it with money because money is the medium that we use to get things. But it's the same kind of survival energy. And so what I've seen happen a lot with people is their survival energy kind of from the body bubbles up into the mind and particularly into the analytical and worrying parts of the mind, and it goes into problem solving mode. So to survive, I need to solve this problem. How do I get more money? And that leads to always worrying about the future. So it's like that survival energy just turns into anxiety, and then it becomes totally unmanaged, and then it bleeds into everything. And a lot of people, all they want is like, oh, I just wish I would win the lottery. And one of the reasons is so that fear and that survival energy could like relax, right? So it's important to notice the whole chain there that happens. Survival energy bubbles up into thought. We start to problem solve, project out into the future. And the more we project into the future, the more anxiety we create. So the gap between where we are and where we're projecting into the future, the bigger that gap, the more anxiety there is. And so meditation is about closing that gap between where we are in the future and the present. And fear around money creates that gap like nobody's business. So just being aware of that whole process, and you could sit and meditate on that. I have a free, I don't know, is it 7 or 10 day money course? It's totally free because I don't want to charge money for a money course. You go sit and work on it every day. And so what I do in that course is I go over the 7 levels of money, relationship to money. So there's a survival relationship we have, which is the one I just mentioned that creates a lot of the anxiety. And then we have an emotional relationship. So some people spend just purely emotionally. They can't calculate budgets. I need to buy clothes, whatever, just to make me feel better, right? Like some people eat emotionally, some people spend emotionally. And then we have another relationship to money, which is self-image. So our self-image is maybe about status. People see me with this nice car, this nice house, nice clothes, whatever it is. My value is based on my image. And part of that image is my relationship to money around how much I have or don't. And then the fourth is giving and receiving. So can I openly give money and can I receive it? Some people are great at receiving money, horrible at giving, and vice versa. So can I open that channel both ways and be good at giving and receiving money? That might involve charity, family, friends, right? Someone who's homeless. And then ourselves being able to receive money from life. And then we have an intellectual relationship with money. Maybe that's where we get into finances, our 401ks, stocks, investment bankers, and financial advisors, and CPAs, and all of that. So we have this ability to be intellectual with our money and start planning for the future in hopefully a way that doesn't cause anxiety. And then the next one, the sixth one, I call a visionary relationship to money. So what is my vision? Is it to like build a school for kids? Is it to solve climate change? Is it to go to Burning Man and create some huge thing? We can have a vision and use money to create that vision. And then the last one, the seventh one, is I would call it our spiritual relationship to money, just kind of like an everyday intentionality. Every time we touch money, there's purpose to it. So when we bring the vision together with real purpose, so that's sixth and seventh, I think that's when we get a lot of magic. And so we get, every time we touch money, every time we relate to it, it's our friend, right? And there's a nice relationship here, and it's a spiritual relationship. So that was very long-winded, but that's how I break down the relationship to money. And if you're listening to this, you might go, well, what is my relationship to money? Is it mostly emotional or survival based, or is it something else? And the more you bring your energy up to having vision, to being spiritual, to giving and receiving, I think the more money you're going to attract.
The last one reminds me, there's a group called the Wisdom of Money, and it's a group mainly tailored to people of affluent means that want to be more purposeful with their money. And they have this saying and it's kind of a spiritual, has some religious background too in it, but of like, I like this idea of the money is not mine, it's God's money, and it comes to me for a purpose, and it's my job to channel it, to receive it, and to like use it as a purpose.